beg you. I'll tell you everything. Everything.
Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming tomb.
Arrest her.
Tell me your name. Tris!
Me perft en alverdeg. Marigold. Your name is Tris Marigold.
I traveled half the world to find you. Did they torture you?
Out of the way, all of you, or the old man dies.
Want to tell me what that was about?
It's Iorveth. I owed him that much.
I guess I missed quite a bit. Geralt, you don't have to.
I do. He knows how I lost my memory.
Take care of yourself.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
Confused. Vodka.
Stab the cats! No!
The answer is pain.
Fine.
We'll see it.
But I'll have no discussion. This will be a practical object.
That cost me 200
Any circumstances.
Ladybug! That's my new nickname for you. Ladybug, again with the rave. What's happening? Alright, this will be good. This will be good. So we'll go through, we'll see his surrender. I'm gonna get rid
The
of my
battle
cam.
is over, King.
You won, and the victors state their towels.
You know my terms. You will relinquish Eden and sign an act of unconditional surrender in which you'll promise your troops will never cross the Pontar.
Is that all?
You'll pay war reparations and recognize the free realm of Upper Eden with Saskia of Vergen at its head.
What about me and my men? What awaits us?
Freedom. It's a great thing. Look how many of my soldiers died defending it.
How much do you want?
We'll discuss the war reparations in detail at Loch before
This is perfect.
esteemed witnesses. There's one thing Saskia didn't mention.
I'm listening.
Since the dawn of time, wars were, are, and will yet be. One side wins, the other loses. But military conflict should be carried out under chivalrous rules and laws.
What's your point, sorceress?
War criminals, including Deathmold, must be punished.
I need an advisor.
War criminals must be punished.
You'll have a new advisor, Sheila de Tanzaville.
Has this witch gone mad?
It's a necessary condition.
Deathmold committed a crime and he must be punished.
As you wish.
Execute him.
Don't allow them to harass me like a dog!
Just like that, execute him.
You'll see how a real sorcerer dies, foolish whores!
Swear an oath and you'll walk free.
Who am I negotiating with anyway?
Philippa, Eilhart and I speak with one voice.
Foreshadow.
Be wary of the sorceresses. They often forget whose perch is higher.
Philippa is my advisor.
We await your decision, King.
I, King Henselt, Lord of Kedwin, swear before witnesses that I will relinquish Adarian borders. I recognize Saskia of Vergen's reign in the realm of the Pontar Valley, and I swear to pay war reparations in the amount agreed upon at Loch Muin.
You're free.
Show the king the way out. It's time to go, Saskia.
Yes.
I don't
As you
like
wish.
What? Saskia. I know her well. She's never behaved like that. Her eyes look as if she's taken Fistak. I assure you, she doesn't use it. Let's follow them.
Alright, here we go. Good to see it.
They disappeared. A teleport. Let's search Eilhart's house. She was in a hurry. Maybe she left something. Let's take a look.
Iorveth, over here. I've got something.
What is it?
A tome of potion recipes.
We've no time to read books.
Sorceresses carefully guard books like this.
Not that carefully. After all, she left it behind.
She was in a hurry.
Could this book have anything to do with the Dragon Slayer?
It may have something to do with dragon.
Most things in this land seem to have something to do with Saskia, the dragon.
How do you know?
She told me.
Then keep your mouth shut, Gwynblade, because if...
I know what will happen if they learn, Iorveth. I've found Thaumadour's recipe.
Eilhart already told us the ingredients for mage pain. How's it relevant?
Usually the recipe for an antidote is right next to the one for the poison.
I can recite it exactly. Royal blood, an immortal, a dragon's dream, and petals from a rose of remembrance.
Yet this book doesn't even mention a rose of remembrance.
I recall perfectly that Eilhart said a rose of remembrance combined with an immortal heals the mind.
What if she lied? Maybe it doesn't heal the mind, but influences it. Philippa passed the flower to Saskia through a kiss, the symbol of love and perdition.
I'm confused.
I think Philippa subjugated Saskia's mind by adding the rose to the antidote.
I'll kill that bitch.
Philippa has magic and an obedient dragon at her command. She could have a strong influence on the conference.
But what does she want?
We can only learn that in Loch Muin.
Let's go then, Gwynblade.
Geralt! Saskia's disappeared. People are getting riled.
Dwarves too.
Saskia is bound?
Saskia's spellbound. Philippa controls her.
You're shitting me.
I knew something was up. I could feel it. She ordered Deathmold executed, no trial, just like that. A gesture from Philippa is all it took.
That bastard deserved it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Zoltan had ordered it, as vengeful as he is. But Saskia?
Where is she?
Philippa's taken her to Loch. I'm going after Saskia, with Iorveth. Everything suggests those responsible for Foltest's death will be at Loch.
Some still say you killed him.
I've got to stop that drivel. Don't have a choice, but you do.
The elite of the North is gathering at Loch. I couldn't forgive myself if I wasn't there. It'd be a sin against art.
The art of poking your nose in others' business.
You'll be needed here until Saskia returns. Order must prevail. There can be no strife. The victory over Henselt was an important step, but only the first on a long road.
Him I composed could help.
Vergen will need many more songs.
I certainly hope our paths will cross again, Geralt of Rivia.
Do they?
Stop dramatizing. You can be sure of that. We've got unfinished business of our own.
Huh? Oh, aye.
Let's go then, Gwynblade.
I mean, do they, in this game, cross paths again? Alright. That's the end of Act 2.
Sheila de Tanserville. I'd sensed from the start that some dark mystery lay behind that cold countenance. Following the demise of the Council and Conclave, there was no one left to keep the mages in line. But regicide? Why? What was this all about? It seemed these questions would be answered at Loch, an ancient city amidst mountains, the remnants of the civilization of the Vrans, whose dusk had come long ago. And you would be right to ask, why did you not set out for Loch, Master Dandelion? Vergen was free. Yet what is freedom without its awareness? It might too easily pass from hand to hand were a nation to lack individuals capable of pointing the way. I remained in the Pontar Valley. That is the task fate seemed to assign me, to safeguard freedom as it budded and bloomed. Who knows, I may yet prove freedom's bard. Yet forever feeling a vast, shared responsibility for the fate of the North, I dispatched to Loch my faithful and capable friend, Geralt of Rivia. Have I mentioned his disdain for politics? Well, it was at Loch where he could finally give vent to it.
Ah, here we go. This is a good cutscene.
Even gesehen?
Asira varanede.
Me voltocht en gehedvin. Me vertruv heden Bellengrek.
Visidein ib kieseret. Net en verbdene. Het en krisa.
Duty.
Do you know what this is?
I know.
Who it is?
Triss Marigold. Until recently advisor to King Foltest. Artifact compression. A complicated spell.
Is she alive?
Her life processes are on hold. But it is reversible.
She's Dutch.
Though very difficult.
You created a portal between Loch and Nilfgaard. You should manage the figurine.
Stand back. I cannot be sure how her body will react to decompression.
No pentagrams, candles, spilt blood.
It figures you do know little about magic, Ambassador. It matters not.
We need her alive, Asira. Make sure her body survives decompression well.
I'll do what I can. But she will be disoriented for some time. What is your name? Oh!
It's a weird name.
Tell me your name.
Triss! Ah!
Vise getocht gedein. Vise espet ep wovret. Dartocht et nedling derien. Mehen evenens ep turin. Me pöft en alverdeg. Marigold. Your name is Triss Marigold.
Here we are.
I recognize this valley. This path leads to the city gates. We're almost there.
Almost there. Harpies.
When were you here last?
A long time ago, right? Shit, you stink.
What were you saying?
Okay, wasting time.
I spend some 12 talent points. Look at this. Holy crap. That's Loch Muin, I'm assuming. I'm assuming.
Knights of the Flaming Rose at a peace summit.
I wonder whose side they're on.
On that of whoever paid them.
Who called in?
Any idea who might have summoned them?
Radovid. Now the scum of the Order wear the Redanian coat of arms as they burn pyres. Witch hunts are their favorite pastime, or so I've heard.
Radovid witnessed what the Order did in Vizima. He saw the Grand Master's madness with his own eyes. Yet he gave them a new home. For a good reason, I expect.
That's easy. He needed a whip against Isleheart.
They've made camp outside the city walls. Means they're not here in an official capacity.
Are they on vacation?
Maybe they just don't want to stand out.
Isleheart has a dragon up her sleeve. Radovid has invited a unit of the Order's knights.
Don't forget Sheila and Henselt.
It should be an interesting peace summit.
Yeah, I want to learn more about Sheila's role in all this.
You shouldn't let them see you.
I know. To them, a good elf is a dead elf.
It's not because you're an elf. It's because you're Iorveth.
I'll try to enter the city through the caves. I'd advise you to do the same.
The knights will know I'm wanted. You know the passage?
I know of a cave nearby. There are many ways to enter Loch Muin, my friend. If Radovid has summoned the Order, I'm certain the others have brought their armies as well. The city must be full of soldiers. All of them sitting as if on a witch's bomb, waiting for a spark. But that may be to our advantage. If the rulers have holed themselves up in camps, it should be easy to move about between them.
Let's go before we get noticed.
Follow Iorveth or take a look at the Order's camps. So, I think this is the first of two major decisions in this game. You can just get caught, or you can sneak in.
There's a forested valley on the other side of the city, once teeming with wildlife. The royal delegations arrived here.
All right. I was just mashing the button for that, but that was my fault.
I know. That's why we went around. What exactly killed the Vrans?
As the years went by and the climate turned colder, the Vrans had less and less food. Their hunters descended to the lowlands where they encountered the first human settlers in their the Vrans
Wham, wham. Wham.
They tried to save themselves, building an aqueduct and sewers that rivaled today's. But it grew colder, and the canals remained frozen for most of the year. When the elves arrived, they encountered only ghosts, a dead city falling into ruin. The Enshe rebuilt it, restored its former beauty. Humans did not arrive here for many more years. Marshal Raupenek then swiftly proved himself more deadly than all diseases combined.
We're in Loch.
We're on the fringes somewhere.
All right.
We should find what we came for nearer the main quarters.
So, does that mean I don't have to worry about sneaking anymore, or can I still get caught? I'm with Iorveth, man. I'm with Iorveth. You know? I'm gonna come with you. I'm gonna get some dialogue and cutscene. I'm gonna get some dialogue and lore and history lesson on the city. Sounds more interesting. Can't loot that. I want to loot that when it's up there. It's probably really important. Gargoyles? Those gargoyles? Gargoyles.
You stink.
One shot. Get down there. Wreck! You're getting my fucking way again. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's a little buggy. It's all right. These, I've never seen a gargoyle before. I think they've got, I should check them for, whatchamacallits, the, trophy? Hey, you left the door open. What a pal. What a pal.
They gagged Philippa in the nick of time. She almost cast a spell, rotting in the Redanian dungeon now in special shackles.
Radovid's right to show the witches their place.
I wonder what they'll do to her. Either the executioner or the monsters will have their fun. They say Loch dungeons are full of scum of all kinds.
No idea what they locked her up for, but every sorceress is guilty of something.
True enough. Not likely to see anyone weeping for her.
A dungeon befits Philippa Eilhart very well, though gallows would be even better.
If they kill her, you can forget about healing Saskia.
They must guard her as heavily as the Emperor's bedchamber. We'll not get in there.
I'm in no hurry to visit the Emperor's bedchamber, but we've got to get into the dungeon.
Look for a passage through the sewers. I'll locate Eilhart's quarters. If she didn't expect to be arrested, I may find something interesting there.
If I let them arrest me.
I can think of a quicker way into the dungeon than the sewers. I just need to get arrested.
They'll take your weapons and put you in shackles. Though there is some chance you'll wind up in Philippa's cell.
I'll manage. Wandering through the tunnels would take too much time.
Let's go then.
I'll find Philippa. You search her quarters.
Right. We learned a lot the last time we browsed through her things. Va fail, Gwynblade.
Alright. Well, apparently, reach the imprisoned Philippa Eilhart through the sewers or get the guards' attention. Alright. So like we said before, we're gonna try to do this stealth, but if we get caught, we're not scum saving.
I knew we'd meet again.
We're not in combat yet.
Not you.
Silgrat doesn't forget humiliation.
What do you want?
You won't win this time. All of Edirn will know the power of Silgrat's fist. Stand and fight.
Fine. Bite his balls! Bite his balls! Silgrat.
Be off! Oh, the fucking shame.
I'm a witcher, man. You can't beat me in a fight. There's just no way. They're all playing dice and card games and shit. Harpies.
Damn monsters.
Music's so good in this game, but you don't ever get to hear the end of the song. I think that's one of the reasons I made my little video. I wanted to hear the whole song.
Now you tell me. I don't work with sorceresses. This is no job for me.
What's going on? Are you about to fight?
The Conclave has forbidden dueling.
You can't just back out. We agreed. We have commitments to fulfill.
You did take an advance on your fee. And I'm keeping it. Don't you follow me.
What's this?
Witcher Geralt. A sight for sore eyes you are. May we speak?
Well, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Didn't expect to see you again. Certainly not here.
Loch Muin is an intriguing place.
For scientists especially.
We've mounted a small expedition and require protection.
Tell me more, make it quick.
I don't have much time. Let me hear some details.
The sorceress will reveal everything. We're on our way to meet her. I can only say it concerns Epdir Henna.
His laboratory, to be precise. Der Henna is dead.
That potion you gave me back in Flotsam.
Remember that potion you gave me back in Flotsam?
Of course. How's the experiment going? Noticed any side effects?
Or peculiar interactions with other potions?
Yeah, every time I mix it with vodka, my tongue gets hairy.
Who is this sorceress?
I know a thing or two about monsters, and about sorceresses. What's this one's name?
I'm sorry, but we cannot disclose her name until you agree to join us.
Nice talking to you then.
Walk away.
Cynthia! Her name is Cynthia!
Oh, I know, that's Philippa's assistant. That's Cynthia. Alright, let me think about it, because I don't want to do it now.
Tell you what, I'll catch up to you when I'm ready to go. Where will I find you?
We're off to the Crypt of Mages. It's beneath that tower.
Rendezvous with the expedition in the tower. Okay. Well, I wonder if I want to do that now. This is the one I'm on. I'm just trying to sneak to find the sewer entrance, but I can't find the sewer entrance.
Say goodbye to life.
Stab the cats! No!
Die!
I just stabbed the cat by accident, Sky. I feel horrible. Horrible. Finally in Act 3. Yes. Indeed, I am trying to find these sewers they speak of. Okay, so here's my question for you. Here's my question for you. Knowing now what you know. Imagine if, okay, for a second, the game forces me to make a decision coming up where I have to choose between saving the waifu Triss or saving Saskia. What would I do?
Nothing special.
I can only save one. And then the other one dies. And we're talking like, you don't even hesitate, Triss, all right. Luckily, I agree with you. But there's gonna be some decisions to make coming up, if we can play this game right. Yeah. So, because you can choose when you play The Witcher 3. You have a lot of choices on who you decide to be a romance with, and you kind of have to pick. And I've never seen the Triss romance in The Witcher 3. I've played it twice, and every time I've picked the enemy. And I don't know why. Why is my game just being like this? Freezing on me. So, the next playthrough I do of this game, assuming I do this and I save Triss, I'll probably pick Triss as my romance for The Witcher. And then I think it is pretty epic, but I've never seen it, so I can't say for sure.
Your Majesty.
I've waited long for this meeting. You left Redania so suddenly I had no chance to give you the send-off you so richly deserved.
Your Majesty, I fail to understand why I have been arrested. I've done nothing but serve Redania's interests, supporting the rebellion, undermining Henselt, risking my own reputation on your behalf.
I'm no longer the little boy who believed your every word.
Why do you do this, Radovid? I was there at your most trying hours. Without me, you would not be the man you are. I don't understand.
You understand very well. You conspired against my father Vizimir, and against me. The entire Redanian court once trembled in fear of Philippa Eilhart.
Untrue, sire. You must let me explain. What are your charges, Your Majesty?
Ambassador.
Triss Marigold was kind enough to compile a list of persons making up the secret society known as the Lodge of Sorceresses. Some Nilfgaardian sorceresses were members as well, but you need not be bothered with them, my lady.
Triss,
what?
You're mad!
The Lodge ordered Demaven killed. It ordered Foltest killed. I suspect you played a part in my father's death. And if I released you from the Dimeritium, you'd kill me too. You're finished, Iorveth. There will be a trial, due process, everything as it should be. But know that you shall not wriggle out of this. You shall be convicted of conspiracy, treason, and regicide. They'll rip your flesh from you in bits before they burn you at the stake. Throughout my childhood, I felt your cold stare on the back of my neck. When I issued orders, my subjects would search with their eyes for Philippa Iorveth's gesture of consent. The entire court at Tretogor looked on as you humiliated me. All Redania laughed behind my back. You taught me to look everyone in the eye. Forced them to lower their gaze, do you remember? A king must never show weakness, uncertainty, you said. I've mastered that skill. Yet there is one I could never force to submit. You. You've one chance to shorten your suffering. Admit to everything, here and now in the ambassador's presence. Look me in the eye and repent. Submit. As you wish. Torturer, put out those vile eyes.
You're making a grave error, sire.
We will talk again, witch.
The Philippa Iorveth problem has been resolved. We must return to camp.
Wait here, Excellency. We'll scout ahead.
I'm still sneaking.
Long live the Emperor!
That's crazy. So yeah, in The Witcher 3, Philippa's got this really unique look to her, where she doesn't have, she's wearing a blindfold. And sometimes you'll see her without the blindfold on and she looks really cool, but I think we just gotta actually just fight these dudes. I don't think I can. I don't think I can get into the room. It's like 3 dudes there. No biggie. No big deal. What are you doing in here?
You're not easy to find.
Look what they did to me. Radovid. To think I taught him magic tricks when he was just a boy. Free me, Geralt. I have to get out of here. Do you hear me? Help me!
You'll answer a few questions first.
Let's see. So we know she's doing the mind control spell on Saskia.
Where's Saskia?
When I was arrested, she was with Sheila. They must be on their way to the deliberations by now.
How does the spell work?
Saskia's will and mine are one. She cannot resist me. But fear not. There's no suffering involved. She merely believes me to be the most wonderful person in the world, as if she were in love. You know what's most beautiful? In spite of all this, she seems unchanged. She's retained her charm, her valor, her honor.
I didn't track you alone. Iorveth can't wait to see you again.
My death would change little. Iorveth and all like him have no right to judge others.
Let's see.
Was Schiller telling the truth about the Lodge, the assassinations?
He said exactly what Radovid wanted to hear. Half-truths, musings stripped of context, which differ very little from lies.
Did Triss take part in all this?
She's clean in those terms. Innocent as a child, but only to a point. I assure you, she has not been honest with you about many other matters.
Why did all this happen? Murdering monarchs, what interests did it serve? I can't fathom.
Help me get out of here and I'll explain all and lift the spell from Saskia. Take these shackles off me and lead me to my house. I beg you. I'll tell you everything. Everything.
So, this is the real question.
Clock's ticking. Time is of the essence.
Why do you do this? Would you take vengeance on a blind woman?
Shillard said they've got Triss. I have to free her before they put out her eyes, too.
Going to the Nilfgaardian camp is suicide.
And leaving a friend is villainy.
Only I know how to break the spell that holds Saskia. Get me out of here. If I die, she'll remain forever spellbound.
Alright, here's the question. Here's the question. I have to save Triss.
Saskia will remain an enslaved monster through your wickedness. You deserve to die.
Even if you reach Triss, you will not free her.
Sure I will. I'll trade Shillard for her.
And what will Iorveth say when he learns you abandoned Saskia?
You worry about what he'll do to you. I doubt he'll see your blindness as sufficient punishment.
Do you think Marigold's innocent?
You have no right to judge her. Goodbye, Eilhart.
Interesting.
Move your ass, Excellency.
This is preposterous. What do you aim to achieve?
I want to see Triss.
I want to see
How did you get in here?
Put that sword down.
Only after I cut your throat. The choice is yours.
I know of a tunnel.
Then you can be my guide.
Tunnel? Is this your tunnel? Oh, this is all the faster we can walk? I hope this is the tunnel he's talking about. This is the tunnel I came in.
It's the tunnel to the left.
You make an exceptional guide. Go.
This is a very unique escort quest. Now the door's open.
Get the commander! Move and your ambassador will never see Nilfgaard's son again.
My men won't let you leave here alive.
They will if you ask them to, Excellency, and I believe you will.
Reynold Eb Madsen's orders come from the Emperor himself.
Where's this
He'd
go?
rather die than give you Marigold.
Nowhere.
Then he'll die.
No, mark my words. You will. Unless you release me. It's not too late.
You're boring me. Pick up the pace.
Why do you care for that sorceress so much?
Go.
Are you in love with her? A poor choice, even for you.
That cuts no ice with me.
Back. Get back. We gotta get Triss.
Out of the way, all of you, or the old man dies.
Hold there!
I'm not joking.
I know. And I advise you not to hesitate. Kill him. For we shan't move one bit.
Oops.
Renwald! He who brings me the Witcher's head will get the Order of Merit.
But Ambassador Fitz-Estellen...
Your Excellency. Orders from the capital.
Shit. Now I'll have to kill you all.
What are you waiting for? Get him!
Okay. It's fine. Got this.
Long live the Emperor!
Die, Northling! Die, dog!
Triss. Okay, she's through this. Alright, she's through that door. Chest. I was thinking she was Ambassador Shielard's second letter to the Emperor. He's just a butt kisser. Emperor of Nilfgaard. After visiting Foltest, may he rest in peace, as planned, I am now the guest of Henselt, whom I aim to present your Imperial Majesty's offer. Kedwin is a quarrelsome nation with an unreliable king and a wild nobility. Sympathies and allegiances shift. Time and again, manipulating them takes no real skill. I note that Renald Matson has also taken up station in the barbarous north. I would take this occasion to express my doubt that sending him was necessary. Your Imperial Majesty knows that I do not trust this man and suspect he is hiding something from me. So yeah, Nilfgaard is like this kingdom to the south. Elf. I want to say they're elf. An elven kingdom. And they're like super like imperialistic. And kind of really, and they have this like really repressive view towards mages. They like collar them and leash them and treat them like second-class citizens. The gate's closed. Radybug. That's my new nickname for you. Radybug, again with the rave. Well, what's happening? We are finding a second way in now to this. Let's do a quick save. What's happening? What were you up to tonight? I guess I could type it. Let me type the command. B-U-G-G 1997. Hi. I'm good. We are looking for another way in to save the waifu. Basically, we just had to make a really tough decision. We just had to choose between saving Philippa, the sorceress, who in turn knows how to cure this spell that she put on the dragon. That is also this girl, Lady Saskia, who's like really important leader of the free world. Or going after my wife. And you can't do both. You have to pick one. You could save the dragon queen, or you can save your waifu. You can save Triss. And that's the choice I had to make. Genshin, you didn't want to be scared. What's scary? Hey! What's scary in Genshin? Is this a scary game? Oh, you were like kind of blendy.
Long live the Emperor!
Blendette. We're having some hiccups and stuff in this game. Alright, Triss, I'm coming. I think we're going the right way.
Did you really think you could just prance in here? Make the Emperor proud? Kill him!
Oh, you're gonna send them in one at a time?
For the Emperor! Whee! The Imperial Army's ranks are endless!
So these are Nilfgaardian soldiers now.
Die, dog!
Hey. A little bit tougher, I think. I should have meditated and taken a potion. Shouldn't I have?
For Nilfgaard!
You were supposed to play Resident Evil. Oh, which one are you playing? The village one? Still? Yeah, we have to, you gotta reload. I'm not reload. I mean, I'm not like scum saving. That's just normal. We need to go into that fight with like potions and stuff equipped. Biohazard, Resident Evil. That's the new. So that's not the new one. You had talked a while back about playing Village. It's kind of a pain in the butt to drink potion in this game. That's why I don't do it as much as I should. Rook. So you gotta do that. Swallow, tawny, and then drink it. It takes like 15 minutes to go through the animation. Vex, what's up? Brave is trying to convince you to get another ferret. What's the problem? Don't you want another ferret? Enhancement, we want the Hangman, damage to humans, a steel sword. Don't you want another ferret? You would make you feel like an animal hoarder. I understand. I think this will be better now. I think we'll be better now. Fingers crossed. Well, who takes care of the ferrets? I mean, is it more work?
Did you really think you could just prance in here?
Than you can
Make
do?
the Emperor proud! Kill him!
Does getting an additional ferret add significant to the workload of taking care of ferrets? You already have a bunch. And you give them a good home, right? I mean, stop that! I mean, isn't a ferret bought by Vixen a happier ferret than a ferret bought by anybody else?
Die, Nordling! The Imperial Army's ranks are endless!
So you're playing 7 KD, okay. Which is I streamed one, I don't remember what. I want to say it was 7. Not blocking me.
Stubborn beast.
Stop blocking me, I need to get my wife.
Die, dog!
This is still hard mode. Still on hard. I'm proud of it. I haven't turned it off. Gotta use all your abilities at once, you know? And not get swarmed from behind. You like... Well... I'd say if you're gonna make another ferret happy, then do it. Ferrets are cute, don't they? They have like don't they have some sort of like gland that needs to be removed, or else they stink? It's like a squirt gland or something. I know nothing about ferrets. They're cute. Yeah.
Congratulations, Witcher. They were my best men.
Well, you shouldn't have sent him after me. Release.
Free Triss, or join them.
You amaze me. How can you risk your life for a witch?
She's a waifu.
Let's just say we're close.
I knew it. You're in love with her. You wouldn't risk your neck otherwise. But you don't know everything about her.
What are you talking about?
Your friend and the other witches conspired against your rulers.
Interesting. Go on.
How do you know that?
From the best possible source. She confessed.
And how did you convince her to do that?
By showing her the confessions of other lodge members.
I don't believe you.
That's irrelevant at this point. During our chat, my people managed to regroup, call for reinforcements.
Maybe now they'll start fighting like men.
Time to show the Empire's true power.
Stop whispering.
Surround him!
Uh-oh. Be patient, be patient.
One Nilfgaard!
A little lucky one shot there.
Shame to the Empire. Shield bearers, forward! Die, Nordling!
Took out that mage in one shot.
Die, Nordling!
Just got super lucky.
Emperor, I failed you.
Haste or still!
Get up. Stop that, you little... Alright.
Taste or still!
First try.
Geralt? Oh.
Didn't expect to see me.
Are you kidding? The only person you expect to see in a Nilfgaardian dungeon is the executioner.
Did they torture you?
They tried various things, but they got nothing from me.
I traveled half the world to find you.
I know it was hard on you. I'll never forget this, you hear? Never.
I'd slaughter half the Nilfgaardian army for a friend. I know you're a member of the Lodge, Triss.
How do you know of the Lodge?
Does it matter? I also know the Lodge was behind Demaven's assassination.
Geralt,
I trust you.
True. I'm a member of the Lodge. Just like 8 other sorceresses. But if you think I'm responsible for the Lodge's actions, you're badly mistaken. The Lodge is a theater for 2 actresses. Sheila and Philippa have long dominated it.
To the point where you didn't know about the murder they planned?
To the point where I was no longer invited to gatherings.
Why?
They stopped trusting me.
Because you didn't agree with them?
9 women very rarely agree on anything. The actual problem was that...
Tell me.
I was close to you. If Sheila fears anyone, it's Geralt of Rivia. The Lodge did everything to convince me that our relationship didn't bother them, even that it suited them. But they manipulated me. Through me, they fed you select information. Depending on the circumstances, they twisted facts.
We're still close. They could still be doing it.
Don't insult me.
Calm down, Triss. Reynold Ep Matson claimed otherwise, but I'll always take your word over that of some Nilfgaardian lowlifes. Now, you'll tell me everything you know. I need to learn the truth.
All existing councils of mages disintegrated after the Thaned massacre. We all acted separately. Philippa decided to create a new organization, a secret one this time. When I was sworn in, it never crossed my mind that the Lodge's plans would soon become secret to its members. As you know, Philippa's not one for minor undertakings. She presented a plan for creating a powerful state controlled by sorceresses.
No wonder the kings are opposing the sorceresses. Nobody likes a schemer.
Philippa and Sheila never lacked ideas or enthusiasm. To control a powerful state, they needed to create one first. Or find a wealthy land with a suitable political arrangement and an easily manipulated ruler. Sheila chose the Pontar Valley, Demavend, and Stennis.
Demavend hated mages.
No more than Henselt or Radovid. Sheila and Philippa saw Demavend as the weakest ruler. His son, Stennis, blows hot and cold. Plus, he who controls the Pontar Valley controls the north. So it was in Edirn that a popular rebel emerged, preaching the idea of a new state. At one of our meetings, I just asked how they imagined overthrowing Demavend. That was the last time I was invited. After Demavend's death, I became suspicious but had no evidence. Philippa brushed me off. When you went off to meet Iorveth and Sheila was busy with the Karen's carcass, I managed to scan parts of her Megascope. That's when I learned that Sheila had dealings with Letho.
Why didn't you tell me?
I wanted to, but we never met after that. Letho must have shadowed me when I entered Sheila's room. Then he forced me to teleport us to somewhere near Vergen.
Did you talk to him?
He wasn't aggressive. In Vergen, he told me that Sheila commissioned them to assassinate Demavend. Them being the Witchers of the School of the Viper. Sheila helped them prepare the assassination.
I wonder why he told you about it.
Is that important?
Conspirators who suddenly divulge everything? I'd be suspicious.
There was some interference as we teleported to Edirn. I emerged intact, but pretty battered.
I met the troll who fell in love with you.
He saved me, tended to my wounds. But when he started treating me like a caged canary, I fled. I knew Philippa was in the area. I decided to go see her and lay my cards on the table.
Maybe Letho wanted just that.
I met a woman at Philippa's house. Thought she was just a servant or Philippa's lover. Before I could speak, I was overpowered by spells. I hardly expected an attack. The pain I felt as my body was compressed. It's indescribable. As if all my bones were being broken. It's even worse when you return to your true form. In any case, Philippa had no idea her lover was a Nilfgaardian spy. I was carried as that figurine all the way to Loch Asira decompressed me back just before they murdered her. Shillard interrogated me but learned nothing. If it wasn't for you, they'd have had me quartered. I didn't piece the puzzle together until I was here, in the dungeon. Now you know everything.
Who had Foltest assassinated?
I have no idea. Perhaps after Demavend's successful assassination, Sheila and Philippa decided to take the next step.
That would be stupid. Killing Demavend was a way to take control of the Pontar Valley. People would forget the regicide in a year, and the Lodge could put its plan in motion. They had to know that if Foltest died, men like Roach wouldn't rest until they learned why that had happened.
One thing is certain. Letho killed Foltest, and Sheila was working with Letho.
Did Saskia know the Lodge's plans?
She didn't even know the Lodge existed. Philippa told her that the sorceresses would support an independent state in the Pontar Valley, no strings attached. A fairy tale, but Saskia bought it. Saskia backed Philippa, and the people backed Saskia.
Philippa controlled Saskia with her spells.
Figures. The woman's a control freak.
She miscalculated by coming to Loch Muin. Radovid had her imprisoned and then blinded.
That's impossible.
I was there. Ever find out what Sheila was actually doing in Flotsam? I find it hard to believe she went there just to kill a monster and earn a few orans.
You're right, of course. It had something to do with Letho and the Scoia'tael.
What did she want from Iorveth?
The Scoia'tael were Saskia's trump card. I expect Sheila needed to know what the elves would do, given that a war with Henselt was practically inevitable.
That'll have to do for now.
We'll learn more at the talks.
You're going to attend?
You have no memory of how the world worked before the Thanib massacre.
Actually, I know exactly how it worked.
That means...
We'll talk about my memory later.
All right. If the Council and Conclave still existed, kings wouldn't be assassinated and massacres would be less frequent. This is our chance to restore these institutions, and we shouldn't miss it. Normalizing relations between the rulers and the mages who advise them is our only chance for peace.
And our only chance to dismantle the Lodge.
The Lodge will disintegrate anyway. Once the kings learn it was behind the assassinations, they'll start a witch hunt. We can prevent that from happening. I'm all for punishing the guilty, but can't abide collective responsibility. I'm ready to go and reveal everything I know about Philippa Eilhart, Sheila de Tanserville, and their schemes.
Let's go then.
We shouldn't arrive at the same time. Let's split up.
I don't want to lose you again, Triss.
Triss,
Yes?
that was some mess. I wouldn't want to see you hurt like that again.
Don't worry, I'll manage. See you at the talks.
All right.
Guts. Guru achievement unlocked. Guru. Well, I thought we got to like lay waste to the town and stuff. Triss and I together. Talk to Triss before entering the amphitheater. I thought we got to like run through the town and just... Well, scared the hell out of me. Murder everybody. Alright, so there was a side quest that I picked up that looked kind of important. The Secrets of Loch Muin. This was added in the Enhanced Edition. Rendezvous with the expedition in the cellar beneath the tower. So this wasn't in the original game. And then these are just side quests, so... Before we go to the Summit of Mages, I want to do this Secret of Loch Muin. I have to rendezvous with an expedition, and then I need to find a blacksmith and sell all these. I thought that was going to be like a big, awesome fight or something for this zone. Okay, note to self. Don't attack the resonating crystal.
We've broken through in the right spot.
Quiet. Stand ready. He killed Vanamar.
And many other mages. I know who he is, Cynthia.
In the same city as Philippa, and you didn't even bother to change your name. That takes balls.
Philippa's out of the picture. She's been arrested.
And I was supposed to die, but I didn't. Grave error.
I'll make you a deal.
What are you looking for?
Why are you here?
We suspect Deirhenna's laboratory may contain documents and books that could be useful to the Imperial Academy of Science.
That wasn't even close to funny. You're lying.
We don't know what's inside. Deirhenna was a talented man, but also an eccentric.
What do you hope to find?
That's confidential. I cannot tell you. Regardless, we need your help. The laboratory lies beneath the Redanian camp, which we cannot penetrate above ground. We want to get there through the sewers, but can't manage it without a capable swordsman.
Let's hear it.
Any deals we make will not be on your terms.
Hear me out.
So be it.
Witcher, help me complete my mission. Help me open Der Henna's laboratory.
What'll you give me?
I've read the intelligence reports. I know your past. There are things in there, important things you don't remember.
I could force you to tell me.
I don't think so. Will you torture me? We both know you couldn't.
I'll help you.
Fine. I'll help you open the laboratory.
In exchange, I'll tell you all I can. Do we have a deal?
Yeah. One more thing.
We made a deal.
I'm even faster with my sword. No tricks.
Nice.
Are we likely to encounter drowners? Or a related species? Perhaps other monsters?
Silver?
That is how this world's built. Sewers are infested with monsters.
Silver? Sometimes when I switch scenes like this, it does like a gatchy explosion. It's weird. Don't need iron. Okay, so you want me to go first? Is that what's going on?
Ghouls.
Watch yourself.
Ow! I have some setting turned on, but the gatchy explosion, I don't know why it does it. It's kind of funny, but it's like kind of immersion breaking at times. I'm like so close to dying right now. It's ridiculous. Rape shot. Splat. Alright. So I told you I installed this mod. The all-in-one kind of mod. It does one of the things it does that I really like is every time I level I get 2 talent points. So I'm like totally good on my skill tree. I'm all the way done with the swordsmanship and I've done a bunch of my magic, and then the potions path I'm like super far along. Increase my oil a little bit, and then I wanted to go get a little more vigor, because I don't really use the other one. So we rescued Triss. We have like 10 seconds left on the potions. Gotta wait for that. Yeah, I don't know. It does it sometimes, not always. You know, it's like totally random when it does it. I can't make it do it when I want to. But usually when I hide my camera or bring it back, which is what I'll do before I have before there's a good cutscene, I'll hide my camera so I don't have this camera, you know, covering half the scene, I guess. I really think I want to do a green screen. I think I would be a good green screen candidate. I think the kind of games that I play would fit well with having a green screen. Dancing Star is pretty good. That's pretty powerful. Do that. And then we're gonna be killing probably lots more ghouls. So that's for humanoids. Bleeding. Let's do that. Yes, but yeah, Saskia not. I think it's not that hard to make. Just do it with like a curtain. I just don't know if my lighting's good enough. Might need better. I might need to upgrade the lighting. Queen! Get her. You can do it, mages. I believe in you. Oh, I'm taking damage for something. Yeah, I think that would be I think it would work well for my format. More immersive.
I'm impressed.
I've kept my end of the bargain. I hope you'll keep yours.
Be sure of it.
Okay. Any like Endriga trophy. That's 3 armor. That's an upgrade. No, it's not. My health really regenerates very slowly. I don't know why. What's in here? Hey guys. Hey guys. Guys. Okay. It's fine. I'll just come with you instead. What is this? Gin 43 to 45. Ooh, silver sword upgrade. Very cool. Doubled my damage with that. Why did he just call her friend early? Did Geralt call Cynthia friend? No.
I'm no rat to run around sewers. What we're looking for, anyway? Some graves, I heard.
Graves? So maybe there is something in this for us.
Shut your traps. Want the sergeant to hear? We've been deep shite.
It was ironic.
We've got company.
Redanian bastards.
He's definitely not. He definitely knows Cynthia's not a friend. Cynthia's the Nilfgaardian spy that betrayed Philippa, I think. Yeah. But
The entrance must be somewhere here.
If our experts are to be trusted.
Dehenna dabbled in illusions, among other things. He also experimented heavily with golems. Golems with the power of speech, supposedly. They knew nothing of poetry, but...
Will you two shut up?
Yes, it's an illusion. I found a weak spot. Stand back.
like quite a bit earlier, like a long time ago earlier, he called her a friend.
Later en lawn, Lisa en lawn, later dear.
Popped up in my, I wondered that myself. I wondered if I picked like the wrong conversation dialogue.
At times I'm caught. You can get my kind of feat. Though I have no needles, they say I am piercing. What am I?
Careful with the answer. It could be a trap.
Just don't be timed.
Typical of Dehenna. He was a genius with a penchant for mischievous
I don't even
jokes.
remember what he said.
Like a child.
So a couple of adults, purported experts, should have no problem solving this.
Indeed, it's trivial.
The answer is pain.
Incorrect.
No! Impossible!
Okay, so we don't want to get the answers
So many years
wrong.
of research together. Why did we ever embark on this?
Alright, talk to the Guardian.
I'm seen to fly, described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds, but not many things can stand my test.
Alright, chat. I'm gonna repeat the riddle. You give me the answer. Feather, a leaf, snow, an eagle, time, the sun. What do you think? Repeat the riddle, please.
Can you please repeat the riddle?
I'm seen to fly, described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds, but not many things can stand my test.
Anything? Anything? Bueller? Bueller? I don't know if it's like high latency on the stream or... I don't know. I'm seen to fly. What flies? An eagle flies. But I think the answer's time.
Time.
Correct.
Alright.
It's going rather well so far.
So far.
Not for everybody.
Get out of my way. I'm super glad we got a sword upgrade though. Because I was gonna have to pay, I was about to pay a ton of money to forge this red meteorite silver sword, and that did way less than what I currently got. What's the... Oh, alright.
Someone's been here recently.
Bow, 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 now, bow, 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 now, bow. Well, what is this? Nilfgaardian leather galley gaskins. The heck's a galley gaskin? Galiga skin? They're no better. Not an upgrade. Alright, next room.
Well, well,
Uh-oh.
the competition's here. Kill them!
Just like that? Really?
They must have descended straight from their quarter.
Thickens.
Nordling.
So that's the adrenaline combo finisher.
Another guardian.
Astrological curios. What is that? Quest item. Sea dragon, began to prowl the coastal waters. Luckily for the young woman, a witcher was in the area. You notice serpentine water. Can see the... Okay. Not a quest.
Later, later and Lorn, Lisa and Lorn, later, dear! It's reacting to my spell.
Okay, another quest item? Legendary treasures? Is this relevant? Nobody got time for that. don't know if this is relevant for the question. Why are all these books in here? Am I gonna get asked a question I need these books for? Gnomes? Are there gnomes in this game? Yes, there are. I believe there are. Alright.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Ugh. Did I hear someone complain about the riddles being too easy?
Let's think this through. There are 9 alcoves, a fresco in each. That's 3 groups of 3 frescoes.
The riddle mentions 3 guides above the travelers. We must examine the frescoes, seek answers there.
I'll advise you about the riddle, but I will not take part in disarming the device. I've got a bad feeling about this.
What do you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Gehenna would also be a competent astrologer. The verse must refer to the constellation.
Do I need to get my notebook?
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating that transformation.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The first verse was, "At night they trailed a drake serpentine."
Dragon Constellation.
It should be the Dragon Constellation.
I shall take that one.
Alright, the Dragon Constellation.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows a unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
Yes, you can get this wrong. You can get this wrong, I think.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
As I recall, the second verse was, "A silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage she would deign to unfold."
So I got 3 different answers from my analyzers here. It's either the White Rose, the full moon, or the Death's Head. But they said something about
what do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the White Rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa
I'm gonna go
Brigade,
with the full
which
moon
has the Death's Head as
for
its
that.
symbol. The brigade's name is female,
But
and
yeah,
they
you can
say
get it
death
wrong.
follows a unit. So the Silver Lady could very
You
well
get-
be
I don't know,
Nausicaa
you think you get
or the
attacked by a
Death's Head.
golem or something? I think it's the full moon.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
Third verse.
What do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, "As above, so below." The vault is the ravine into which the riches of the mountain flow.
We must read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
I'm gonna say, how did the verse go?
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided the travelers by day.
Guided the travelers by day. So it's like on a mountain, you can see it. It's got, I'm gonna go literal.
The mine entrance in the mountainside. That seems logical. I'll stand next to that fresco.
Alright, let's give it a shot. This is like that guess the lie game. Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
Place yourself and 2 of your companions on the right pressure plate. Really? I can't even see the ground. Alright, you're on the Serpentine Dragon. Are you on the full moon? And then this is the mountain mine.
Intruder detected.
We got it wrong. I think we got it wrong. Now we gotta fight. We have to fight a golem or something like that.
Our expedition has grown thin. Such a shame. I actually found those 2 amusing.
Shut up.
Or,
of course.
Or we got it right. I think we maybe got it right. And now we go to the next phase, which is the golem.
A golem? So Darehenna's legend is true?
It is no more than an obedient machine created to follow orders and kill. Not unlike our Witcher.
Screw you, dude. So I guess we should get along famously.
You? What do you know about golems?
I don't run into them in every forest, but any good bestiary describes golems at length, and I've read more than my share of those.
Geralt, I'm not questioning your knowledge, but I should be the one to...
Actually, you are questioning my knowledge. Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'll try to get it to reveal the word that'll deactivate it, or I'll just mess with its head. Break the code.
So now we've got a burglar in our midst. Be my guest. Try.
My intentions are good.
As are mine. Know, however, that this may change.
Darehenna must have been pretty lonely if he gave you eloquence.
The Master made me a guardian. Nothing less, nothing more. And you, provided you stand there, are a guest.
Alright, so you just have to investigate. So you have to investigate all avenues.
Is human life
and to think. Who?
Darehenna.
Tell me more.
Is it not?
You have to.
Has anyone tried to enter before?
Investigate all avenues in order to get new conversation options.
When was that?
I.
You're far more
But we might have to just fight him.
Made me the way.
So you.
Who else would? Guests.
I have other. Do you?
Of course. I was summoned into being. I abide by his.
Darehenna is dead.
His word, which empires.
Darehenna must have been an exceptional man. Can you tell me about him?
I guard everything that belonged to the Master, including his privacy, which he valued highly. I can tell you nothing.
Can I ask you for the name?
And he says no. And then you don't want to do the axie.
I have other questions. Did your creator...
I'm called Obedient.
A golem's name...
I own nothing.
Your masterpiece.
Powerful magic created you. Derhena was a true master.
He is still, since his mastery survives.
As a conscious being, you must be lonely here.
You are wrong. The pain of the world.
But you can learn.
In my case...
And do you feel a need to...
I feel...
Can we discuss the pro...
Of course.
I have other questions.
I know enough. Okay, so you have to click every single conversation option, and then you get I know enough.
All right. I think I know how to get past this thing without a fight.
Burglar witchers, philosopher golems, an expedition replete with fascinating discoveries.
And terrible disappointments.
Maybe they caught a catalytic converter thief.
And you, Witcher, deal with that golem.
We know you exist by the will of your master, thanks to the name word he gave you.
That is true.
I want to talk.
You were created to discern intruders from guests. You are to stop the former and greet the latter.
Intruders must be stopped.
They spelled hospitality wrong. Must not be that one.
Are you aware that intruders may seek to deceive you?
I have stone fists to defend myself against those armed with swords. I have my iron logic to defend against those armed with words.
But intruders could include sorcerers who alter reality. They could be illusionists or mere liars. What then is certain?
My existence is certain, as is my master's will.
Since only you and the Master's legacy exist for certain, everything else is doubtful. A malicious intruder could cloud your senses.
I am the Guardian. The Master prepared me for that.
He couldn't foresee everything, so he gave you a mind to compensate. You're much more conscious and intelligent than a Guardian needs to be. Your Master says, greet guests and stop intruders. That is certain, but everything else can be a lie. And you cannot allow yourself to attack guests. That would be against your master's will.
Guests must be greeted, and intruders must be stopped. This is Derhena's will. Are you a guest or an intruder?
Doesn't matter what I answer. Your senses deceive you. You can trust only your mind. You can't assume I'm a guest, because I may be an intruder.
It's pretty exciting, isn't it?
You can't assume I'm an intruder, because I may be a guest.
This is a contradiction, a paradox. The law of excluded middle.
Oh, my golem wife. I love her. Bleep bloop.
Penetrated Derhena's laboratory.
Let's have a look.
Bleep bloop.
This is better than I'd hoped.
Let me close this
Great
not
success
guide.
for Nilfgaard, this mission.
Definitely not a guide that I just closed by
Maybe you'll get
alt-tabbing
that
there.
promotion.
That was totally just my big brain, all me. What's the golem trophy? 10 armor. That's a big upgrade. Derhena's notes.
Derhena's notes about the city's history.
Find all the fragments of Derhena's memoirs.
Can you feel that?
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it. Later Elorn. Lisa Elorn. Later, dear!
Derhena describes finding an important document about the Vrans.
Alright, hold on. I need
device. What is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid and...
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
I'm not about to be that kind.
Adalbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a prototype Megascope. I didn't know it had survived.
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
Great tool for a spy.
Yes.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt. I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians have anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
Not about witchers. About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host, and survived.
Oh my god. Anything else?
Anything else? Any detail you can give me would be useful.
That's huge.
Don't trust Letho.
You think I trust the people I hunt?
He's your foe today, but he wasn't always.
I know that. How did you know I was a rider? So Wild Hunt, man, that's crazy.
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you. Very important people.
Just because I survived?
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue, and they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
So they added this quest later. This wasn't in the base game. This quest got added in the enhanced edition.
How do you know I knew Letho?
I've read...
The reports, I know. Why are you warning me about him?
Because I like you.
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
Okay, so what we say here... There's it's like a Megascope. I want to try it.
I'd like to try out the device.
You realize that can only end badly.
Cut in again and I'll put you in my report.
Badly.
You may use it, but just once.
Giving state secrets away to a Nordling. Will you mention that in your report?
On somebody.
You're sure to be named a commander one day, Adalbert. But until that happens, be a good boy and do your job.
Article 22 of the Code is clear. Suspicion of treason is sufficient grounds to strip a commander of power. Article 1 of my personal code is equally clear. Traitors must be subjected to the most painful death possible.
Let's do it. Oops. Stop with the stupid teleporting, dude. Both of you. I want to try it.
I didn't expect that.
Multiplication. Second year at the academy, all mages learn it.
I didn't expect you to take my side.
Cynthia?
Well, now choose one person you wish to contact.
Cynthia likes me.
After that, the artifact's mine.
All right. Will we meet again?
Will we meet again?
I wouldn't mind at all. Look for me at the inn.
All right. At the inn, she says. Tell me more about my past.
Let's say you've satisfied.
Nah, that's all she's got. So what has he got? Man, there's more police
Well then,
sirens.
consider me
going
glad
by?
to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
They're not stopping near you. Are you in trouble?
Nilfgaardian agents get
just go
cornered
by.
for lying in reports. What does the Empire do to agents who kill their colleagues?
Nothing. As long as no one finds out.
I'm gonna use the artifact.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't.
You get to pick. Well, maybe. No, you don't.
I shan't trouble you.
You
I have a
can
lot of work to do here.
Have feedback. Tell me who you want to see. So, okay. We're gonna spy on one person. They're gonna spy on one person. Who's gonna be the most interesting? So Saskia, you know, I mean, she's interesting. King, Radovid, he's a king. He's probably like doing king things. Who's the most interesting person in this list? I'm gonna go Dandelion.
Tell me again. I find it arousing.
Well, Geralt and I went to Vergen, where my dear friend immediately got into all sorts of trouble. Kiss me here. Good. And since it's widely known you can't abandon a friend in need, I helped him. Now here. Not there. There. Good. The adventures we had. We presided over Prince Stennis' trial.
Really?
Then Geralt had to fight his way through a mist of wraiths.
And you?
I had another mission, just as important. But you can't expect me to tell you everything now. I have a ballad to compose about it. Now kiss me here. Really put your lips into it. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I hope you learned something useful.
I'm just sorry I can't use the artifact a few more times.
Its power has been depleted.
I understand. Thanks anyway.
I think he just asks for a blowjob. Some crazy drivers. The girl got beheaded? No, I didn't hear that. When was this? Recently?
Derhenna's notes from a trip he took to Zerrikania. Derhenna's notes from a mutation procedure manual.
Alright, I gotta talk to Cynthia about Derhenna's, grimoire. Oh, there she is.
We need to talk.
Of course.
Quite an act.
You had me fooled back in Vergen. That sweet face of yours. Never suspected it could belong to someone who fanatically believes in conquering the North.
Mock me if you must. But I truly believe one huge empire is humanity's only hope. Many nations under one crown, with shared laws, advanced science, burgeoning industry and trade, and no wars, of course.
Sounds great. Let me know when it works out. I'd gladly spend my old age in a land like that.
Wonder what else we could find in here.
These ruins must hold many secrets.
I'm certain of that. It was a beautiful city, a city full of talent and hope. But that ill ended with the coming of the Nordling armies.
Think the city would have survived if those armies had been Imperial?
Your king started the war with the Enshe. Nilfgaard's relations with the elves have always been peaceful.
They really did a job on your brain. That was an interesting adventure, Cynthia.
Yes. People bond over experiences like that.
We bonded.
Yeah, kinda makes you wonder what happened back in Vergen. Did you get your promotion?
Not yet. But His Imperial Majesty rewards dedication.
Can he discern the truth from lies?
What do you mean?
I take it the Emperor has no idea his sorceress helped a mutant kill a Nilfgaardian mage.
It was a dangerous expedition. Casualties were inevitable. He'll content himself with that.
Got time to talk? Or are you off on another dangerous mission?
Even we Nilfgaardian agents rest sometimes.
I think...
I found some of Derhenna's notes. He studied the history of the Vrans, right?
Among other things.
He makes several mentions of an epidemic.
Loch conceals many more secrets than we imagined. I doubt we'll ever know all of them.
A lot of this game is this.
If Derhen is to be trusted, the epidemic had something to do with the Enshe.
Just talking.
Maybe the Vrans caught the disease from the elves.
I'm no expert on diseases, Witcher. Who knows? Perhaps Derhenna was right, and the decline of Vrani civilization was much darker and more sudden than we thought.
Used the artifact yet?
I'm working on improving it. I think it'll be useful one day.
So I was like trying to get to the bottom of, I think Sky, you were asking about that mist in the last act, in the where all the wraiths were fighting, that big war ground where I had to have like Philippa as an owl protect me and zap everybody. And you asked how it got like that, and I wasn't really sure at the time. So when I was editing the video, I kind of figured it out. It's that Sabrina girl that I showed in the video that's cast the Hellfire spell. Hansel has her burned on the stake and executed. And so you don't get to see it from if you do Iorveth's path. If you play that path, you have to do Roach's path, and then you get a quest and you get to find out more about it. Basically, when she's on the pyre being burned at the stake, she curses Henselt, and that causes the curse that was making the mist and all that crap.
You knew what we'd find in that laboratory.
Come again?
You wanted the bacteria strains that killed the Vrans, or more precisely, Derhenna's notes from his research into them.
This is very dangerous knowledge.
I suspect that's exactly why the Emperor is so interested.
The North is in chaos. An epidemic is the last thing you need. And one could break out if Derhenna's book fell into the wrong hands.
Fortunately, it's now in the right hands. In Emir's civilized and manicured hands.
Precisely.
Every word you say is a lie.
I'm finding it hard to believe anything you say.
Did you come here to insult me?
No?
No. Sorry.
Who's this guy behind me?
What exactly do you want?
I'm curious to know the real Cynthia.
I was curious. I wanted to see which Cynthia I'd meet this time. The spy, the sorceress, or maybe the woman.
Which were you hoping to meet?
The real one.
Let's assume you're speaking to her. How'd you like her?
Let's say I like her quite a bit.
Compliments are clearly not your forte.
I just told you why I've come. Care to tell me why you invited me?
Just in case.
Let's say I was interested to see which Geralt would show up.
And?
She spanked me.
Oops. The minstrels got it right. Women of the South are both passionate and clever.
I like to improvise.
Yeah, I noticed. Farewell, Cynthia.
Vafail.
That's it. Now I'm gonna go find Triss. I'm a bad person. I'm a bad person. You just gotta get all the content, you know what I'm saying? The game's got it, you gotta see it. I do it for Twitch.
She should reason with this brat.
I do it
pull down
just
his
so we can see the content that's out there, that's all. Oh, right, sorry, I forgot. You guys are hostile to me. It's so weird. It's like you walk by just like this one specific little place, and then all of a sudden it's like, we're in combat. What? So you get these books in the game. They're the runes of power 1. So the rune of art resembles a harp. War is a clenched fist. Thunder is a faithful represent. Okay, doesn't really help. The harp art. Death is a scythe. Scythe. Sky is a line with a parallelogram. Butterflies in the line crossed twice. Life looks like a flower. So the animal resembles a snake creeping along a riverbed. So what you're looking at here is if the hint that you come across, that little book, mentions something about time, you're looking for the hourglass or chalice. If it mentions an animal, you're looking at the snake one. If you so you read this, it's an animal, a doe, and then the moon quietly moans, that's the sky, and then autumn is time. So it's gonna be the snake, the sky one, which is a diamond shaped rune, and then time, which is the hourglass. So snake, diamond, hourglass. Oh, so here's one with a picture. Okay. So this guides.gamepressure.com place, they're actually showing pictures. I like that. So the rune of death resembles a scythe. Time. I had time right. Animal. So that's right. I had that right. And then the sky. I had that right. And then the basement. So this is the first one. A doe's long shadow. The moon quietly moans. It's autumn already. So animal, sky. Oh, death is autumn is death. And then time. Alright. Got it. I was wrong. I thought autumn was time. Alright. Got it. See, I alt-tabbed, so animal, sky, death. Except I can't see what they are because I alt-tabbed. Remember, it was animal, sky. So guides.gamepressure.com, future notice. They do a good job. And then the final one is time. And there it goes. Ancient manuscripts and diagram, elder blood boots. So the ancient manuscript is elder blood boots damage. Okay, it's pretty good. So the ancient manuscript is the second quest that I missed, which leads you to crafting the best steel sword in the game, which is the only thing that I'm really lacking. Mine only does 40 to 44 damage, and the best steel sword in the game is like over 60 damage. So that's gonna make the fight against Lethos, if I have to fight him, a lot more exciting. All right, so we deactivated one seal. I think that was the first one. Yeah, I want to say that was the first one, because this is, you can't go back any further than this. I did miss, unfortunately, Winter Solstice. Have I played any Witcher 3? Hey, Vector Death. I have. I played Witcher 3 a couple of times at least, including all the DLC. Not like, I don't have like 750 hours in it or anything. So I kind of, I know I made it to the epilogue yesterday, but I went back and reloaded a save because I was missing something that I thought was really important content. I missed a few quests. So I'm heading back to finish up a couple of the side quests that I had failed. Right, there's a dude who can decipher my manuscripts. What ingredients do you need to unlock the manuscript?
I found a manuscript that might help.
Interesting. This volume is sealed by ancient magic.
Only highly valuable things get that kind of protection.
Too true.
Do you know how to unlock it?
I'd need ingredients that can be obtained from certain monsters. Unfortunately, they don't occur around here.
So
I'll need the pheromones of a Queen Endriga, the blood of a Necker warrior, and the brain of a Bulvor. We can substitute the tongue of a rot fiend for the harpy's egg.
Quite a list. I'll see what I can find. I have the ingredients you mentioned.
Unbelievable. Give them to me.
So I didn't realize.
Must get the proportions right. Done. Let's see what's in the manuscript. By the gods.
What did you find?
Instructions. A description of how to forge the legendary sword known as Kerm. The sword will be yours. You deserve it, Witcher. I will consider forging it an honor.
Thanks. So long.
Forge it for me. Forge me the sword. The best sword in the game. Aaron. Oh my god, and it's so easy to make too. 50 to 58. It takes ore, timber, and harpy feathers. Oh, no. I don't think so. No. Aaron Day, no, that doesn't sound familiar. Let's see what it looks like. 50 to 58. And I will enhance it with damage plus 7. No, I need to do it. Make sure you do it right. You don't want it to go on the wrong sword. And 10% chance to incinerate when you strike someone. Wait. Okay. All right, Karam. All right. I was scared for a second. And then I have... I think this is as good as a silver sword as I'm gonna get, so I might as well... Marcus. Mighty Numa.
You lose something.
I want to arm wrestle.
Are you the Mighty Numa?
Who's asking?
Someone who wants to see if your nickname suits you.
Then come to the circus and watch me rip off the ploughing chains wrapped round my body.
You've got a big mouth.
And you've pissed off the Mighty Numa. Put down your coin and give me your hand.
Bah! Sky, what's up? I totally turned off the chat alert for redeeming sound alerts, but I still see it.
I've always been the curious sort.
And I was just staring at chat. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? That's impossible. I can't do it. I did. I totally went in and turned it off.
They say witches are tough, but you, in the circus, you could maybe kick a clown's ass.
You cheat.
Scalen Burden told me you cheat.
And you believe that stinking midget?
It's you I don't believe. Fact is, you could only get that kind of strength from potions.
Fuck you! You're as loaded with potions as squirrel shit is with nuts!
I was clean during our bout. You're a con. They should call you Numa the Cheater.
One more word and I'll shove your tongue so deep down your throat it'll come out your arsehole.
How will you do that? You'll lose your coordination when you're headless.
Why the aggro?
Intimidation
I
successful.
don't need any aids. I'm still the best without them.
I need to defeat him at arm wrestling, but that's absolutely impossible. You're hanging out with Corky? Is that right? IRL? Or are you playing Stardew? IRL. Wow. That's crazy. Green mold for a quest. You're doing her hair. Oh, okay. I thought I had to play cards against... I need to defeat the incredible Lockhart. Where is he?
Your very existence is an insult to the gods.
I kind of went like retraced the. I like kind of reloaded a save in the game because I did not realize how. It's Pizza Friday, nom nom. I didn't realize how short the Act 3 was for me. Let's play dice poker.
I'd like to play dice poker.
Want to play now?
Specifically, the path that I took, Iorveth's path, rescuing Triss. It's like the shortest. It's the shortest path you can do. So I actually made it to the epilogue yesterday, and then I stopped, and I went back and I'm redoing it to make sure I don't miss any quests. 2, 3, 3, 3. Oh, I got a 3 of a kind. All right, Vector. Soup. Yum. Yum.
You just ended a lifelong winning streak.
And you owe me some coin. Or you can pay in kind.
Pay in
What's
kind?
your preference?
How much? I'll take something nice.
Show me what you got.
I can give you runes to enhance your sword, an element that'll reinforce your armor, or one of the designs from my collection.
I'll take the... runes?
I'll take the runes.
Fine choice. Here they are.
What'd I get? What kind of pizza did you get? Earth rune, 25 vitality. That's it. Nice. I needed that. What pizza did you get? I had pizza yesterday. I think, yeah. I had pizza yesterday. Just nothing special kind of pizza. You're getting cheesy stuffed crust. Like, did you see the, all right, now I'm gonna get hungry, but there's a Detroit style pizza at Pizza Hut. I kinda, like, really wanna try it. I don't know. So, there's a Coliseum. This website is actually pretty awesome. So, M31, what was it? It says there's the third notice board, the basement besides the amphitheater, M31 21. So it's number 21. Number 21 is... There's a 21 right there. Okay, I see it. Your Costco is like down the road, like 5 minutes. I wish we had it. I drove an hour and a half to the closest Costco to get tires.
Likewise.
I'm gonna say it's about an hour and a half. All right, so this. Apparently I can get there. Oh, right, I forgot. Wait, I think I actually need to fight this guy. Let's do it. I think I need to go through this door you're protecting. I'm just guessing here. Nope. Yep. Nope. Oh, this door. Locked.
Leave the royal courts. Pour venom into rulers' ears no more.
Locked.
It's not too late to repent.
Now I can't even remember where Triss was.
Your very existence is an insult to the gods.
I don't think I can do this guy again. Let's try.
I'm looking to...
You can only...
You a thief?
I don't have to steal. I kick everyone's
Maybe it
ass
gets
when it comes
easier.
to arm wrestling. Care to try me?
Let's wrestle.
I've always been the curious sort.
I don't know though. It was really hard last time. Oh yeah, it gets way easier. So he's not cheating this time. $100
My little ace tits. No one's ever beaten me.
Oh, so that's the quest.
There's always a first time.
That's the actual
If
quiz.
I give you
is
something, will you keep this to yourself?
the locked door thing.
The circus finds out I lost, they'll can me. The mighty Numa must be invincible. Take this and keep your trap shut. Please.
All right. Thanks.
I'm Gryffindor then. Because I basically, if I come across a locked door, I would jiggle the handle and realize it's locked, and then that's probably all I would do. Long, robust gauntlets? Nah, whatever. I like mine more. Alright. So, besides the gargoyle, I'm at 100%. So I don't think I can slide by her without triggering this. I can! Alright, good. We wasted a lot of time just now, not realizing that we could just walk right by her. What would you, what's your house then?
Take
that. You're a Ravenclaw. All right, call me crazy, but I think that the combat in Witcher 2 is better than 3. Is that possible? All right, we found it. Because I can just walk right by Triss. RP walk.
Medallion's telling me something.
The things are bugged. When you alt tab in the game, it can make it so you can't read the little glyphs. Okay, on the dark sky, beauty of a falcon's flight, animal, faster and faster time. So, sky, animal, time. We'll try. Sky, I can't read it though. Yeah. They're not visible, so I have to trigger them first. And then get shocked. Okay, sky. Animal. Time. And then death. Apparently that's not the answer. Get your sword out of the way. Sky animal death? Death. Near. Ask Corky if she's like moving soon or anything. Nope. I alt-tabbed again. Now we can't see the ruins anymore. My Quen sign is so powerful that it doesn't even get used up when I get smacked by the lightning that comes out of the chest. I would say yes, but your family is crazy, Corky. I just did that randomly. I just totally clicked on those at random just to reset them, and I solved the puzzle. Oh wait, Adendaeth. Is that what you were asking about earlier?
The sword of Aramil, who defied his king's rule. The Lord of the Wild Hunt desires the gene of the Elder Blood. He seeks to fling open the gates between the worlds so that terror and destruction may reign. The King of the Hunt ordered me slain, and the wraiths born of his command assumed living form, pursuing me through the voids between the worlds for centuries. I have arrived at Loch. Though tired, I know I will not rest. The riders of the hunt draw near. On my back, I can feel their deathly breath.
I think Vector Death was asking earlier if that sword is in this game, and I think I said no. Adendaeth. So that's a silver sword. Oh, and I just used all my 45 to 47, 45 to 50. Okay, so it was really actually, well, pretty darn similar. But it has a chance of instant kill. 30% bleeding. Oh, that would have been nice. I can't. I don't know if it doesn't really matter at this point in the game. I don't think I have any monsters left I have to fight. Yeah, that's crazy. I alt-tabbed to check the guide because it wasn't making sense. It wasn't working. And I randomly clicked on the right order. That's so funny. All right, so Corky doesn't know if she's moving after all. The moment of truth.
Good that you're here. We don't have much time.
Seems like we never do.
First, we have to get by the guards.
Leave that to me.
Be careful.
I'm always careful.
Alright, it says defeat the soldiers and enter the mage's summit. Just defeat them. Arian Lavalette.
Witcher Geralt. We meet again. Who would have known?
I saved his life.
I thought cats always landed on four paws, but I see wolves sometimes do as well. I trust you have not come to demand my surrender again.
I've come to find the Kingslayer.
And once again don the robes of a hero? Enjoy the fame?
I don't know about robes, Arian, but something along those lines.
Well, as much as I detested Foltest, Temeria now trembles in its foundations, and I sincerely hope Natalis succeeds in salvaging it. Otherwise, the Barons will tear the country into bits.
So at the very beginning of the game, we saved his life.
The last time we saw each other, you had locked yourself in a cellar full of oil that you had set on fire.
Sort of saved his life.
I grew up wandering the nooks and corners of that fortress, Witcher. I know passages even the mice have not heard of.
For a long time, a lot of people thought you were dead.
Well, that would make two of us, am I right?
Wait, when did Chris subscribe? What? I didn't see him.
Shouldn't you be in Vizima? I heard things got a bit chaotic after Foltest died.
Oh.
Might be a good time to try your luck, especially if you've got royal blood in the family.
Clearly, you do not understand what will happen here, Geralt. The re-establishing of the Council and Conclave is but a pretext. The North's most important rulers have come here not to reconstruct some assembly of mages, but to seal the balance of power and establish spheres of influence. Only fools and cowards have remained at home.
Farewell. Alright, so something that's important to note about this game. My notifications and shit keep getting screwed up. Every time I alt-tab in this game, it makes it so when I hit my scroll wheel, it scrolls something on my second monitor. It's really annoying. So there's something you have to understand about this game is there is no happily ever after good ending. It's a trade-off. Whichever way you go, it's a trade-off.
Greetings.
Here to see the show. It's cancelled, indefinitely. We're now in the services sector.
What service do you provide?
I was once a good swordsmith, or at least it looked like I might be. A riot came through, took my workshop with it, but the skill remained.
I don't need a
actually
sword.
prefer swallowing swords to hammering them, but that upsets my wife.
Give her my best.
You can do so yourself. She's Ilona, the bearded she-elf.
Ah, and how's life with a bearded she-elf?
Pretty normal. We don't generally bring our work home with us.
I don't think you can do anything I need, dude. I'm pretty much decked out. I am pretty much as decked out as I can get. Except for a few traps. I mean, I guess I could get a couple traps. That's it. All right. That's it. Yeah. Could just use a couple traps. That would be useful. Not necessarily against a dragon, but if I were to fight, say, somebody else afterwards, that's a little bit stronger than a dragon. Welcome back, Vector. You were asking a question.
But
if this certain sword exists in this game, and I said no, and then I finished a quest and I received something. It's a...
You learn what a sorceress can...
Adendieth. Okay, Erendite. I got this just now. It's the most powerful silver sword in the game. But since I've already enchanted my existing silver sword, Genvale Aid, and it's within a couple points, I said screw it, because I'm out of runes. So I've now got the most powerful sword, steel sword in the game, and the most powerful silver sword in the game.
Welcome. I'm Ilona, the bearded she-elf.
Bearded?
Don't be a child. We came here to perform, but this place is a circus in itself. Nobody's interested in us, so we're on to plan B, trade.
What do you sell?
Food. Fresh. Very good. You want to buy something, or are you waiting for my beard to grow out?
Show me your beard.
Fine, I'll bite. Show me your beard. I'll pay your full performance fee.
That'll be 200 orans.
Deal. I'll give you 100 because it's just me.
Bye.
No.
You want to buy some?
What do you have first? Books about everything. Oh, wait, those are my books. She has all junk.
Final? You want to buy some?
I want to see your beard.
Fine.
That'll be...
We'll see it.
But I'll have no discussion. This will be a practical object lesson. You learn what a sorceress can never
That cost me
agree to under
200
any circumstances.
Orange.
Come back and see the show one day.
You want to buy something, or are you waiting for my beard to grow out?
Do you have different things now that you have a beard? No.
How dare they?
Calm down.
Sorceresses.
Why do we allow it? Lady Tatanserville is one of us.
Calm down, girls. Greetings.
Greetings.
Good day.
Greetings.
All right, well that's all the like rando characters standing outside the amphitheater. We got the gargoyle quest finished. We have basically, we've 100%ed the game. We have 100% of the game. This is these two fails are from Act 2 when you have to determine who poisoned Saskia. And I don't know how you do that. I tried Googling it and nobody had an answer. So I don't know if it's possible to do these ones right. But everything else, 100% on hard. And so we are ready. Summit of Mages. That's it. That's our quest. That's all we have left. Let's do it.
What are your conclusions from this situation?
Conclusions? What's in...
Before we go in, since we won't have a chance to drink potions in the middle of the fight. Yeah, I'm like tempted to do Witcher 3, but I really also want to do that BioShock Infinite playthrough. I don't know. I'll decide tomorrow. So, 50% bleeding against a dragon, 20% maximum sword damage. Silver, it's gonna be silver. Against a dragon, I believe it's silver. Alright, so...
The Kingslayer! Get him!
I thought maybe there was a way to get in here without having to fight, but...
Might have tried to reason with them.
Easier this way.
Maybe because my sword was
Path's
out.
clear. Can we go?
Let's...
Yeah, let's go.
What if it's because my sword was
Everything
out?
will be revealed at last.
Whether you like it or not, John Natalis, Temeria will be divided.
For the good of the entire North.
The united forces of Kedwen and Redania will end the fighting among the Elder Houses and secure peace from Gorsvelen to Ellender. At present, Temeria is starting to resemble the Pontar Valley.
Which, if I understand correctly, is currently controlled by Edirn.
You are mistaken, Radovid. Vergen is free.
Free? What precisely does that mean?
Lormark is not Kedwen's, and Edirn no longer controls Upper Edirn.
Thanks to me.
We have rejected Prince Stennis.
King Stennis?
And handed King Henselt's army a resounding defeat.
Your forces, my dear lass, are nothing but a motley array of rebellious peasants and elven brigands. Sooner or later, they will need to swear allegiance to someone, or they will be defeated and dispersed.
The peoples of the Pontar Valley will swear allegiance to me, Queen Saskia.
Yes.
As an independent realm,
They don't
we
do
hereby
tryst
speak in favor of
justice in
reconstituting
3.
the Council and Conclave.
You're a lovely girl, but you issue from common stock. The sole crown you are worthy of donning is a wreath woven of wildflowers. Redania will recognize no other coronation.
In that case, you must choose King Radovid. Will you carve up Temeria? Or march on the Pontar Valley? Henselt, last of the line of the unicorns, has sworn to recognize the Pontar Valley as a free realm. Philippa Eilhart witnessed it.
Philippa Eilhart is in my dungeon, awaiting trial for treason.
She was in your dungeon, Radovid, but is no longer. She will sit at my side in Vergen as my royal advisor.
See, I really like Philippa. But she's just, you know, you don't get to like Philippa, I don't think. Now, Triss is great in 1 and 2.
To the matter at hand. The document describing the charter of the Council and the Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the charter
There is no
found in the
Yennefer in
ruins
1
on
and 2.
Thanet Island. The more important question relates to the Conclave and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous Conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The Conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
And that they will keep the Conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The Conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the Northern Kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the Conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sheila de Tanserville's signature.
Without our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to cowherd at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
All right.
Sheila de Tanserville should never be allowed to sign this document.
Triss Merigold, you decided to join us after all.
De Tanserville has royal blood on her hands. She can't sit on the Conclave.
That is a lie.
Have you anything to support these claims, Merigold?
There are witnesses who will confirm that Sheila de Tanserville was behind the assassinations of Demavend and Foltest.
Officials of the future Council and Conclave. Sheila de Tanserville should be arrested and tried. If Triss Merigold speaks the truth, Lady de Tanserville will be condemned to death.
More to come on that later.
Sheila de Tanserville, until Triss Merigold's charges are dismissed or refuted, you cannot sit on the Conclave.
Arrest her.
So that's the big reason you saved Triss, is that moment right there.
You don't know the whole truth. Merigold doesn't know what she's talking about.
Oh, in Act 2, I actually play as that guy, that king that was just speaking. I actually play as him. Bastion? He's also pretty bae. I wish I could have saved her instead. But I can do the next best thing.
Geralt, we're trapped. Magic's no good here. I can't get us out. Sheila, you have to get Sheila.
Where is Triss right now? Oh, she's on the other side of the fire. Okay. Yeah, they definitely. You can play as Roach. I mean, you definitely want to play this game more than once. You can play Roach's path, not as Roach, but then you get to see it from that side, and then you can do Iorveth's path and see it from an entirely
Stand
different
back
side.
while you can, Witcher. You can't stop me. Not you, not anyone else. If I have to, I will kill you.
Whoopsie!
Hold on.
Kill him now!
Alright, this
You're
is
late. I've already managed to stabilize the portal.
another important
You've
decision.
got nowhere to run. Sooner or later, somebody will find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Where's Letho?
Sir Sempesis will tend to him, as she will to all the fools who get a hard-on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend, that's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Edirn would eventually choke to death under his rule. We chose the lesser evil. He had to be eliminated, and Letho happened to be at hand.
Foltest? Henselt?
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and meet Iorveth. The elf was to help him hide until the matter blew over, or so I thought. The Lodge did not condemn Foltest to die.
I believe that.
Who did?
Nilfgaard. Letho is the king of liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the great sun and the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. He lied to everyone. Me, Iorveth, your stupid little Triss, and you.
Got any evidence?
A moment ago, I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial Army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation?
Oh, rip my stream.
Can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible and you'll answer for that. The stigma of treason is yours for all time.
We shall see. For no one will leave this city alive. No one will tell this story. Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming tomb. We may have lost a battle, but the war is just beginning. You, however, shall not take part in it. This is your end, Witcher.
Alright, big decision.
Farewell!
So, yeah, how's that going?
Something's not right. The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This one's flawed. I'll be torn to bits! Geralt, remove it!
You waited long enough. Should you survive, go south to Nilfgaard, where you'll find Yennefer of Vengerberg. Farewell, Witcher.
So you save Sheila right there when she goes into the Megascope. She goes into the Megascope, but there's a bad crystal in there.
Shit, you stink.
Saskia, don't hurt me. We're friends. Ow. Cast the spell. Ow. She's just bitch slapping me. Oh, this might be a failed attempt, number one. Yep. You gotta time the dodge better. When she swings at you, you have to dodge right before she hits you. But yeah, she goes to use the Megascope like that, and someone swapped out the crystal, so it's gonna tear her to bits. But you can save her. And then she gets captured by the Nilfgaards, and she gets put into a dungeon where she gets tortured, and you get to see it later in Witcher 3. There's a little cameo type appearance where you can see her being tortured in the dungeon, I think. It's pretty cool. the sword's a little bit better. Oh wait, we're using our steel sword against her, apparently. That's interesting. For some reason, we were using our steel against her. Now we have our silver out. Oh god! Oh god! So, 2 shot. That's alright. This one gives you a save halfway through. So. Hopefully everyone's Friday's going well. Hopefully the ribs are good. The pizza's good. Cast my little spell. Let me select the powerful bomb, which is grape, I believe grape shot.
Come on!
That. Huh? I don't know if you can dodge that, actually. Gotta stay out of reach here. Keep the shield up. Throw bombs. Shield back up. Nope, shield first. I think that was it. Okay. This part's pretty cool. Corky, yo. slayed a dragon. Or did we? This is Saskia. She's Bae. She's being mind controlled by Philippa. So we have a choice. Walk away. I can't kill her. Meanwhile, yo, Court.
A list of the Lodge's sorceresses. A list of the hordes you'll help us find.
How did you get that list? Philippa's Bae. She's blind now. Because they dug her eyes out with a spoon. But still, so badass. Jumpy. What's up, Kirk? How's your hair? As your pizza. And Cujo. You're bleaching it now? Is it gonna be blonde? What do you do? What do you bleach? Turn any color you want, I suppose, after you bleach it. Epilogue. The epilogue time. Here. I was telling Sky I want to try that Detroit style pizza. But I'm good. We're gonna finish this tonight. See, there's the Bae. There's the real Bae. We did it all for her this game.
Are you all right?
More or less.
Yeah.
And the dragon?
Dragoness. Saskia's alive. Wounded and weak from loss of blood, but alive.
The spell is still working.
Unimportant. As long as Saskia lives, there's hope that we can break it. Besides, I don't kill dragons.
Garrett doesn't kill
Philippa
dragons.
won't easily give up such a powerful weapon.
It's true.
Triss, please understand. The last thing I want to do is slaughter one of the most beautiful creatures I've ever seen. Saskia is good incarnate. She's the exact antithesis of Eilhart and your former friends. They should be punished.
That's why we couldn't kill her.
You're right. I just wanted...
I know what you wanted, and you're probably right in some way. But this time, logic and calculation are unimportant. If we have even the slimmest chance of breaking the spell and freeing Saskia, we need to try.
Let's get out of here.
I guess Letho got away.
He's waiting for you.
Waiting?
Where the Temerians made camp. Come on.
What do you mean, waiting?
What do you mean, waiting? How do you know?
Utter chaos broke out after the dragon attacked. I tried to reach Philippa's quarters. A terrified man approached me in one of the alleys, gave me a letter and begged me not to harm him. He said it was for you. The letter was short. I'm waiting in the Temerian camp. Letho.
What happened here while I was gone?
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace summit. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Cadwenis clashed with the Temerians. The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and killed those who dared try to help them.
Do you think the Council and Conclave will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only thing that prevented a wholesale massacre. Hard to say if they'll survive, but for the time being, no one's got any better ideas. Mages are part of this world, whether people like it or not. They have to have their rights, their place. Otherwise, another lodge will arise.
Alright. So Letho's waiting for me in the camp. We gotta make sure we're ready for him. Okay, I can make 2. That's great. Hangman does damage to humans. A couple of those. And then the sun blinds and freezes. Dancing Stars, the big 20 to 80 explosive fire incineration. That stun him a little bit. Stun him a little bit with that. Drink pots. So we're ready for this. So what color are you making your? What color are you making that that hair there, Corky? And what's up with this moving? You're not sure. Your family's crazy. What's going on with that? You don't have to tell me. It's fine if it's personal. Just curious. I thought you were moving far, far away or something. So, are you happy about? All right. Supply the oil. I feel much more prepared now. Falco's. I always do that on Twitch. I ask when I'm streaming. I'll ask people like 3 questions at once, and so they can't respond easily in chat. My bad. So yeah, Triss, man. We saved her. Purple, pink, purple, pink, and pink. That's 4 colors. That's 2 colors. Purple, purple. How do you go purple, purple, pink, and pink? How can it just be purple and pink, or is it like purple, 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 pink, purple, pink, pink? Is this like just for fun, or is some sort of cosplay thing you're doing? Dogs. So you can, it sucks, kinda, you can kill dogs and cats in this game. I don't like it. I accidentally killed a cat yesterday. Sky saw it. She cheered. What's with the runes here? Purple, purplish pink, and pink.
I think he's coming too.
Oh, bollocks. The whoreson's in agony.
Eorveth.
Won't be long now.
Look at that. The cleverest of elven bandits, beaten burnt like ordinary scum.
This is the handiwork of some mage. I'd wager my wife on it.
You shouldn't have taken that trinket. You know they'll ask what he had on him.
And you'll not peep a word. Understand?
Hey you, piss off. We've got a dangerous prisoner here.
Eorveth is my buddy. How'd you capture him?
A prisoner. Did you capture him?
None of your concern. Buzz off, freak.
Any idea what happened to Roach?
Yes, Radovid tried to buy him off. I'm sure you can guess Roach turned him down.
Some things will never change.
Temeria might not be on the map of the North much longer, but as long as men like Roach are around, there's hope for its rebirth.
Don't pin that mess on me.
I don't intend to. You asked.
So, okay. Eorveth, in this playthrough, he ends up like this. And I think the only way I could potentially save him...
I'm warning you for the last time.
Okay, I really don't know about this. I'm gonna do a little experiment here.
Piss off, I said!
How'd you do?
Alright, I'm gonna do a little experiment. We gotta save right there. So I'm gonna do a scum save here. I apologize for this, but I need to find out what happens when I go down here, and then I'm gonna really quickly reload if it starts something that I don't want. Because it's kind of important to me. How do I get through here? Where am I? Triss, can I talk to you? Am I supposed to use magic to get through here? Alright. Okay, so I guess just go through this door, but I'm gonna need to scum save. What is this? Alright, Triss is still with me.
This is no place for witches. Though I know you and you appear wherever something important happens.
True, though sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the royal soldiery, Loch will be magically sealed.
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loch will regain its former glory. Until that time, we need to keep the treasure hunters and troublemakers out.
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tansarville and the other traitresses from the lodge.
That could take a while. Sheila's fled Loch via Megascope.
We have time. She cannot hide forever. Sooner or later, she will be ours. Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't dawdle. The city will be sealed in 1 hour.
Alright, so Triss is still with me. Interestingly. I wonder how long she stays with me. So this is, I think, where I'm gonna have to reload something. Alright, she's still with me.
There he is.
Wait for me.
Geralt.
Alright, okay, here we go. Alright.
I don't want you to get hurt.
Okay, so that dialogue option stays the same. Wait for me. Alright. Here we go. Apologize for that. There's quick save? Alright. I think there's a better way to do this. So I'm like, I'm really concerned about Iorveth. I want him to be taken care of.
Piss off, I said! Enough!
Stop shooting. Alright.
Want to tell me what that was about?
It's Iorveth. I owed him that much.
I guess I missed quite a bit.
Yeah. Can you help him?
I'm sorry, Geralt. This was high magic. Treating him will take time, maybe months.
I'm gonna miss the Kingslayer again. Stay with him, Triss. I'll be back for you when this is over.
Geralt.
This is between me and him.
You don't have to.
I do. He knows how I lost my memory.
The magic shield came down when the deliberations ended. I'll teleport Iorveth out of here, far away to Vergen.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
Okay, so that's... You have to kill the guards standing around Iorveth for that to happen. And so she says she's gonna take care of him. She's gonna try to get him to someplace safe and healed. So in my book, that's good. Kind of like we didn't kill Saskia, so we can lift the curse later. And then you get to see this. Philippa Eilhart's dagger. This is a quest item, which is what, if you save Saskia, and you save Philippa and Saskia, you have to save Philippa to save Saskia. In order to do it, you go on this long quest to get Philippa Eilhart's dagger, and that's the thing you have to use on the dragon to lift the curse. But now it's just some random loot that you can pick up off one of the guards who got it from Iorveth, because Iorveth went to Philippa's quarters and looted around and found stuff. So now Philippa stays with Iorveth. She doesn't come with me to the Kingslayers meeting. I don't really know how else that really affects things, but I like that. I like that, the way that plays out better. We'll see if these guys treat me any differently. And I'm pimped out.
This is no place for witches.
The best game.
Though I know you, and you appear wherever something important happens.
True, though sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the royal soldiery, Loch Muin will be magically sealed.
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loch Muin will regain its former glory. Until that time, we need to keep the treasure hunters and troublemakers out.
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tanserville and the other traitresses from the lodge.
That could take a while. Sheila's fled Loch Muin via Megascope.
We have time. She cannot hide forever. Sooner or later, she will be ours. Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't dawdle. The city will be sealed in 1 hour.
Okay. Don't dawdle. Cannot save it this time. How about now? Now I can. Lethos. That's the crystal from the Megascope.
Is that bauble from Sheila's Megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the Megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what the royal witch hunters have in store for her. A lot of pain for a long time.
I don't doubt it. So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first, vodka?
Yes. Hell yeah.
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that case, let's drink to old friendships.
Well, this better not be poison. I didn't think of that. Polish game.
Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
Flashback.
The winter solstice, 1270. Midinvern, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying, the hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every Witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our Witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
That's how I became a member of the Wild Hunt.
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the Hanged Man's Tree and the Wild Hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Okay.
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days. Delirious. In agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper tantrums. Trying to seduce orcs. Trying to drive a wedge between us. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then one day they captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Serret, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
Mm-hmm. We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly, but it was uneventful. No violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau. And a couple of weeks later, the Emperor himself. Me. A simple witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the Northern Kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the Lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the north. And that's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire?
She was when I left.
I don't know where this song comes from, but I need it. This is not on the soundtrack.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every witcher who wears the viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the spectral riders.
Know who they are? You know the true identities of the riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turned out to be a big ruse. The legendary omen of war proved to be a fairground attraction.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders. The riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's Tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Know the theory? Do you know how monsters appeared in our world?
There's not a witcher who doesn't know that.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do that to summon the monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
As they did for you and Yennefer. So, elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What do they want from you?
I've got an idea. But that's not your concern.
Siri? What? Maybe?
How did a witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper, the Witcher's order where I came to be. Witcher's schools in the South fell into ruin long ago. And Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities. Besides Seret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path. I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
That would have made some good DLC.
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me. Well, and a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the North. Soften it before the invasion.
He's honest.
You know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The North resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
Well... No.
Care to tell me what...
And you know the North...
Oh, God. Oh, God. It's a book. This is a novel. This is just an insane amount of dialogue.
How did you manage to contact Sheila?
It wasn't a problem once I learned of the Lodge's existence. Initially, she watched my every move. But sooner or later, everyone starts treating me like a big oaf. I mean, I can change how I look. I stayed close to Sheila, killed a few beasts for her, and whined about how unhappy I was, how unfair the world was. So much, in fact, that I actually got her gander up a few times. I made sure a few potentially trustworthy witnesses saw us together, could link us. Security in case I was captured. I also prepared to assassinate the King of Kavir. Esterad Tyson was to be the first victim of the mysterious assassins. But before I could do the dirty deed, Sheila asked me to slay Demavend. The gods had smiled upon me. I couldn't believe my luck. Here I'd been trying to figure out how to frame Sheila, and now all I needed was to carry out her orders and follow through.
Where'd you get your information about the Lodge?
From the Emperor and Vatir de Rideau, the Emperor's chief spy. And I believe they got it out of Yennefer.
She recovered her memory?
Nah. I'd never claim she informed on her friends consciously. I expect they found a way to tap into her memory in spite of her amnesia, and without her knowing it. There was a sorcerer present when I was questioned. A young, proud intelligence officer. Whatever the case, they gave me a list of the sorceresses in the Lodge. Only Emir, Vatir, and I were present. Only we knew of the mission.
How do you manage to slay Demavend?
Sheila's magic. I mean, she could give us the king's every move.
But wasn't that on the
His
boat?
habits, the positions of the palace guards, anything. All we had to do was navigate the labyrinth and land the final blow. Besides, she had plenty of gold for the preparations. Greased palms abundantly. It had all the makings of a cakewalk, but it's never that easy. We barely avoided our pursuers, and we wouldn't have if not for Iorveth's Scoia'tael, another of Sheila's ideas. With Iorveth's elves, not only did we cut down Demavend, but traveling with them put us out of the Lodge's reach. We could calmly plan Foltest's and Henselt's assassinations.
This is a lot of lore.
How did you know Foltest would come to the monastery's solar?
Iorveth and I planned Foltest's murder. The King of Temeria would have to deal with the Lavalette sooner or later, and he made no secret of it. I was sure he'd want to recover his bastard children in the process. And where do they take the children when a castle is under siege? I had to become a monk, but I couldn't just arrive at the monastery and claim I'd seen the light. Not very believable. So one of Arion's patrols out in the forests happened on a Scoia'tael unit torturing a helpless monk. Arion's brave men drove off the elves and I found shelter in the monastery.
No one noticed you had no wounds?
I paid the monk who treated me a lot of orens to stay silent. Actually, it was only a loan, because I killed him later. Only the dead can keep a secret. Then all I had to do was wait for the situation to develop. When I saw you enter the chamber with Foltest, I thought I might fail. Luckily, you failed. To recognize an old friend.
Because amnesia.
When did you decide to get rid of Iorveth?
As soon as I realized I couldn't manipulate him. A true fox, that one. He was so observant, so dangerous. I got the sense he might see through me at any moment.
You made a mistake. You were untouchable as long as the Scoia'tael were protecting you.
Maybe, but with Iorveth, my hands were tied. If I'd finished off Kieran...
But you didn't. And that allowed me to drive a wedge between you and Iorveth. I forced you to flee.
And I let you live. You know I could have killed you. You're forgetting.
No, I remember.
I remember.
So Sheila was looking for you when she came to Flotsam.
Mm-hmm. She thought she was still in control and wanted to get rid of me. I'd bet my eyes that she thought I'd lost my mind. Or that Iorveth was manipulating me.
And the North descended deeper into chaos.
Exactly. There was just one problem. You. I could have killed you in the Elven ruins. Thing is, you weren't really my enemy.
You screwed up with Henselt.
Sabrina's curse tore that down.
Sabrina?
First off, we got holed up in that hideout in the ravines. Then Sheila showed up and started watching Henselt like he was her own ass. By that time, his death was no longer necessary. Fate had smiled upon us again. I learned of the summit and the efforts to reconstitute the Council and Conclave. The ideal setting for the mission's grand finale.
Oh, that's it?
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
Wanna fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here.
Did he just drink the last of it?
The Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before.
Not
thanks
likely.
to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
Just like that. No threats. No words of wisdom.
You going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
Now we're even.
The Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers.
be
Along the
continued.
way, he had met both the righteous and scoundrels, Bernard Laredo amongst the latter. Laredo sold Flotsam to Kedwin and scattered the local non-humans to the four winds.
Shit.
Flotsam became a military base. Its civilian population was resettled.
That's cool. That's fine.
In Edirn, the Witcher witnessed Saskia the Dragonslayer achieve a great victory. The Pontar Valley, previously Upper Edirn, became a promised land for outcasts who dared dream of freedom.
Fuck yeah.
Even sly old Zoltan Chive came to believe in this land of bliss. Yet dark times approached for the architects of the New Order. Dark clouds had been gathering over Temeria since Foltest's death. Stripped of its king, the land was like a rich cloth which nobles began to shred. These minor scavengers, however, scurried off in fear when true predators reached out for their prize.
Nilfgaard.
The summit at Loch sealed the fate of Foltest's realm, when Radovid of Redania and Henselt of Kedwin divided it between them. Years before, Geralt of Rivia had witnessed the fall of the Council and Conclave of Mages. The summit in Loch re-established both bodies, their founders sacrificing Sheila de Tanzerville and her accomplices. Yet Radovid also required humility and loyalty from the proud mages, but this did not sit well with all of them. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the days seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses. Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
Entirely new, indeed. There's more. There's still an Easter egg, I think. I think that's a good ending. I feel really good about that. We let him walk. We let Iorveth walk. We didn't even have to do the... Apparently that's a really hard fight, but... The way I see it, I owed him. He saved Yennefer's life. If I had chosen to save Saskia, he would have saved Triss's life. He could have killed me and he didn't. So he spared my life. We're old friends. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but the bad guys in this game, I don't see as bad guys. Corky, thank you. Philippa. I love her. I love Philippa. Even more without her eyes now. She's one of my favorite characters in the series. Lethos, same. I think he's the coolest character. We think there's a chance Iorveth survived. Triss said she was going to teleport him someplace safe. Saskia, the dragon, she survived. And then she went on, as it showed, to lead that Upper Eddern into a new renaissance. And it's a safe haven for non-humans. And Zoltan lives there. So letting her live, not killing the dragon decision, made a really big positive impact. And there's nothing about the curse, you know? Even though Philippa controlled her, it doesn't say anything about that. And then I think I can import this save now into The Witcher 3. No. No, there's more. There's no way to skip it, though. I want to watch the full credits. Nilfgaard. Wait. What? We didn't get to see Yennefer. I lied in my title. Unless, did we see Yennefer just now in that scene? I was told that if I let Sheila go at the Megascope scene, then we would get to see Yennefer. Loading available flashbacks. That was pretty good. I like that ending. I don't know if you get to see that ending no matter how you play the game, or if that's unique. So flashbacks are those kind of comic book style still images type. So Geralt's memories, death in Rivia. That's when he gets stabbed with a pitchfork. Avalac starts to get his memory back. Swing the Wild Hunt. You could ask Google. I did. The problem is though, when I want to Google something with my streaming setup and this game being in full screen mode, it minimizes the game and the music to my desktop. So kind of like immersion breaking. Not that me talking and being on screen is an immersion breaking, but this is the movie that plays at the beginning. I haven't watched this yet, actually.
Or Witchers, an elite and mysterious caste of warrior monks. In popular lore, they're portrayed as possessing magic powers and superhuman abilities. Witchers were believed to combat evil spirits, ghastly monsters, and all manner of dark forces. It's possible that witches had animal eyes, which granted them sight in near darkness, rendering survival probable in encounters with fiends both subterranean and nocturnal.
I did my research.
Kobolds, vampires, and ghouls. Witches used their silver swords to kill creatures of magic provenance, wraiths, cursed souls, and striggers. With their swords of meteorite steel, they felled non-magic beasts.
I've read the books.
And the occasional human,
like
to
twice.
refuse to pay for services rendered. In combat, witches would go into a trance, induced, it's supposed, through self-hypnosis or the consumption of intoxicants. They fought with blind abandon, sensing absolutely no pain, ignoring even serious injuries, which fed fears and superstitions about their unearthly powers. There is little doubt that witches were perceived to be vile beings who could bring misfortune down upon common folk with their gaze alone. The heroes of fairy tales and other yarns, witches entered the folklore of the Nordlings. This is true of one especially, Geralt the Riv, known as the White Wolf.
Geralt the Riv?
Listen now to one of the legends about him.
Really? How long is this? About that long. And then this is, I'm gonna cancel this out. This is this is like that incredible, one of the most expensive CGI animations made at the time in 2000, what was it? 2010, 2011? They wouldn't tell us how much they spent on it, but they admitted that this was ridiculously expensive. But we've watched this like 10 times in this playthrough. It's incredibly good. But the game crashed. We crashed the game. Oh, look, The Witcher 3.